what waste to energy does is it takes the volume of garbage and reduces it by roughly 90%. So where you would have had 1,000 tons of garbage, taking up a certain amount of space in the landfill, the ash from combustion only takes up 10% of that space.
However, our waste energy plant, now being about 26, 27 years old, we've invested in keeping up the maintenance of the plant, keeping it refurbished, updating it on that. And under the present circumstances, our landfill here has a life projected at about 70 to 80 years under current circumstances.
Pinellas County was looking at problems with solid waste management in the mid-70s. We wanted to be able to handle the garbage in Pinellas County. We didn't want to have to ship garbage out of county to someone else's landfill. And they looked at what technology was out there and available and decided to use waste to energy. The waste to energy plant has 4 main processes. In the combustion chamber, we burn the garbage at about 1800 degrees. When we burn the garbage, it heats up water and turns it into steam. The steam drives a turbine generator. That creates electricity, which we then sell to Progress Energy, and it ends up going out and powering homes in Pinellas County and other areas of Progress Energy service area. For air pollution control, we have to carefully control how we burn the garbage to minimize how much pollution is generated. And then we have different processes to capture that pollution and pull it out of the gas before it's released to the atmosphere. And the final process is ash management, where we take the ash and residue generated from the combustion chambers and we recover ferrous and non-ferrous metals from that ash. We try to send everything to the plant for combustion that we possibly can. We don't really want to landfill any garbage. There are some wastes that can't be burned. They may be restricted by permit or by the size, and those will be sent to the landfill. We also have to landfill waste at times when the amount of garbage generated is more than we have the capacity to burn, and those get diverted to the landfill.
Hi, I'm Bill Hodges, and this is Spotlight on Government. And today we have a great guest, a fan I'm getting to know pretty well, Mike Suarez.
Okay, nice to see you, Bill.
Councilman at Large, District 1.
Correct.
City of Tampa.
Yep.
That's a lot of territory, Mike.
Yeah, no kidding. It's a very unique position.
I guess we haven't made real progress because you pinheads on the left are still talking about Bush instead of owning up to your own administration's poor performance.
Okay, Bill, you do have to admit that Obama did inherit a two-front war and the worst recession in history next to the Great Depression.
Yes, Jeff, I know that, but Obama has probably made it worse and at the very least has not made any real improvements and has spent this country into debt. Furthermore, I think this comment of yours that you guys keep in the media will keep sympathizing with this idiot until you sink this country. And I think it's very rude for you all to gang up on me on air like this.
Bill, I did not mean to gang up on you, but we have to represent both sides.
Oh, please. You guys in the media are all commie pinheads, and I know it, and you know it. I've read that glorified blog you've stated on or that you have on theexaminer.com, if you can even call it that, and I can tell you're a liberal hippie.
Bill, I will not have you turn a civil debate into a personal attack on me. Okay? And if one of my pieces from the Examiner could even be considered conservative, okay?
And boring. And irrelevant, by the way.
No, if I could cut in, I just want to know what the government can do for an honest, hardworking guy like me.
My question is, why are you attacking George Bush? Why do you have to attack Bush, the real estate companies, the banks? Why is this?
Didn't we just bail out the banks not too long ago?
And that was our only option at the time. Would you have rather seen this country go completely bankrupt? Yeah. Worse off than it already is?
I think I need a bailout.
You need a bailout.
He needs a bailout.
What happened to that stimulus that we had not too long ago from George Bush?
Look, here's
That is
the
a good
problem.
point, Keith. Bush did agree to some stimulus under the bailout.
Yes, and I agree that it wasn't the best decision in my opinion, but it was the only option at the time that was foreseeable. Now, for him to continually attack that, you just said, you know that was the only option, and yet you're still attacking it. And you're attacking this guy's poor business. Have you been to his business? Have you eaten his pizza?
Have you eitten his pizza?
Sure, why not?
It's good.
Okay,
It's good
Really?
pizza. He says it's good
Oh,
pizza.
really?
Gentlemen, I think it's a bit of an asinine point, I would have to say. Now, there was, under Bush, Iraq, so we also have to give that complexity into it, too,
And
as
you
well.
always point to Iraq. All you hippies, this little San Francisco hippie driving, look at my
I'm from
Prius
Tampa
car.
Bay in North
No,
Tampa, by
you
the way,
You always attack Iraq war. You always attack the Bush administration.
How much money are we spending in this war?
It's enough to go ahead and bolster our economy up.
Bolster
every
our
time
economy.
we've
Well,
gone
Keith,
into
he
a
does
war,
have a point. Some economists do argue that it was actually World War II and the spending on defense that actually helped our economy.
and it always happens like that.
Okay, we have to end it right there tonight. We appreciate both of your perspectives, gentlemen. That's all the time we have tonight, though. Join us again tomorrow night for more of the most important issues of the day here on Talk of the Nation. This is Jeff Ramon. Also, don't forget to check out my videos and my Glorify blog on www.jefframon.com. Thanks, and join us tomorrow.